Simplified Chaos, episode 46.
Life is beautiful and full of chaos.
And it can get slightly out of hand if that shit's not tamed.
We're here to share how to simplify the little things to help you lead a more intentional life.
This is Simplified Chaos.
Hello, wonderful friends. Welcome to Simplified Chaos. This is Jillian. I'm one of your hosts, and I'm with my handsome hubby of a co-host, Nicholas.
What's going on, folks? It's Thanksgiving time.
Turkey.
Yes. Yeah. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. It's my favorite time of the year.
Because you can stuff your face?
Yes, and not feel guilty about it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we're going to talk a little Thanksgiving today, aren't we, Jilly?
Yes, today's episode is all about how we have kept Thanksgiving simpler, because in the past it was a lot and it was overwhelming and it was the opposite of calm and relaxing.
Yeah, and talk about stuffing yourself.
Pun intended.
Yes. But before we dive... Yeah, that was really bad. But before we dive into today's topic of Thanksgiving, and because we are thankful for you all, we're going to show some gratitude. Jilly, what are you grateful for today?
Today I am grateful for game nights.
Ooh, I like game nights, especially since we just had one.
Yes, last weekend was such a good time, and the games we were playing I have never even heard of. I'm thankful also for Danny, who's brought to our eyes the world of games that exist that I had no idea were out there, and they are so fun.
It's a lot of fun. We had a blast. The
first game we played was called Cockroach
Poker.
And it was so simple, but it was hysterical.
You got to try to read people, and it's awesome. It's like
you're trying to lie or tell the truth.
Try to lie or tell the truth, and it's a fun game.
So I'm just grateful for alternative ways of entertainment with friends versus just always watching movies or always going out to bars and dinner. It was just so cool to kind of have like a potluck snacking dinner and just playing games with some good people. So it was great.
Yeah, no, that was an awesome night.
What about you?
I'm grateful for our West Coast friends from Bend, Oregon. And technically kind of sort of maybe family in a way.
Kind of.
Yeah. So we have some friends who were in our area, and they moved out to Bend, Oregon. I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago. We've gone out and visited them twice. It was one of the reasons why we wanted to move out to Bend a long time ago. And if you've listened to our podcasts in the past, you'll know why. But they were in town, and it was the first time that we've seen them in probably 18 months or so. And a lot had happened since the last time we had seen them. One, Lucille was born. You were pregnant with Lucille the last time that they were in town. And when I said they're kind of family, our friend, her brother is now the father of your sister's child, and they're soon to be married.
Yes.
And it's exciting. So, these are friends that we've had for a long time, and it's kind of funny now that, we're going to be connected. And we love them. It was great to see them and hang out with them a couple times while they were in town here. And we can't wait to go back out and visit them in Oregon.
Oh, it's happening.
It's definitely happening.
We see you, Oregon.
Yeah, we see you. we need some Oregon time in our life.
Yes, we do.
So yeah, we're very grateful for them, and this segment always seems appropriate, but even more appropriate now for our topic of Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So Jilly, how do you want to start this bad boy?
I thought it would be interesting to kind of talk about what Thanksgiving had looked like in the past, because there was a reason why we said we needed to change the way we were celebrating, because in years past when we started dating, it gets a little bit more complicated because we want to see your family, you want to see my family, and when families are separated, so my mom and dad separated, it's like my dad has things he wants to do with his wife, and then it's like my mom and her side, and there's just a lot of moving parts and family members, and I think we try to please everybody by being there and celebrating with all of the people in our lives. And we realized that it stretched us so thin. We were going to so many Thanksgivings one year that not only were we stuffed to the brim with food, but we we weren't really enjoying it as much because we really didn't have a time. Like we couldn't really relax and chill.
No, it's
we were
not that
thinking
we
of the
didn't
next
enjoy.
place.
Yeah, it's not that we didn't enjoy the company of the people we were with.
Yeah.
It was just that we didn't have a chance to spend quality time with those folks.
For sure.
By the time we had finished eating. So it was. I think it was the first year that we were dating. We had a Thanksgiving at your grandparents' place, and then we went to. Was it my parents' house? After that? Oh no, I'm sorry. It was my aunt's house. And then we met up with, your dad and his side. I believe it was.
Possibly.
Yeah. But anyways, it was 3 Thanksgivings in one day. And I have to eat turkey and stuffing wherever I'm at. I don't have to, but, I felt like I had to. And I love trying especially the stuffing. Like,
yes.
I have to try everyone's stuffing. But yeah, it was just one of those days where, we wanted to be with everybody that we loved. And afterwards, after we got up from the food coma, we were like, you know what? It was great that we got to see everybody, but we didn't feel like we had a chance to enjoy, quality time with everybody. So we had to make some changes. And of course, life has also changed for us, especially within the last year and a half with baby Lucille.
No toddler now.
No toddler. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. But yeah, that was a crazy hectic Thanksgiving. And I know there's people out there who go out there and make the rounds. But there's other ways you can do. You don't have to do Thanksgiving like that.
And I think sometimes we feel the pressure, like, it's about family and being together. So we have to make sure we see everyone. But we've kind of realized that it doesn't have to be in one day.
No.
It doesn't have to be that specific way. We can still show our gratitude for our family and the whole meaning of what Thanksgiving's about without trying to do everything in 24 hours. So we've pivoted and made some changes, and it's made us a lot happier. And we feel like we can actually, understand and celebrate the true meaning of what Thanksgiving's all about. And it's all about appreciating your loved ones, but also having quality time with them too.
Right.
Not just seeing as many people as you can, showing face, saying, I did that. It's not like a checklist. It should be more, what is the purpose of it? And we kind of had to go back to the basics. Like, what is Thanksgiving all about? Is it about trying to be everywhere and seeing everyone that we love all at once? Or is it just about having quality time and showing that we really appreciate them? And
it's funny. Like the first thing that I can really think of is my family always, and I love it because my mom always used to joke about this. She would call it fake Thanksgiving. And we would, celebrate Thanksgiving amongst our immediate family. So it was me, my brother, my parents, and our ladies in our lives, which was you, and for Scott, his wife. But it was funny because she called it fake Thanksgiving, but it was Thanksgiving, and we didn't have it on Thanksgiving Day, is why she called it fake Thanksgiving. But it was it's a time for us to really just kind of sit down with our immediate family and just have time and have that quality time. And it was great. And we still do that. They're in Delaware, and I know it's tough for them to come out here sometimes, and it's tough for us to get out there sometimes. I mean, it's just the nature of things. Even though it's 2 hours away, we all have our lives and what's going on. But luckily, since we've had Lucille, and even before Lucille, we've had the opportunity to host Thanksgiving at our house.
Yes.
And it's been really great because I think we're kind of a central hub, and we can bring everybody together. So that's where we're at right now, is where we're hosting Thanksgiving.
And I have that. I feel like that's one of the ways that we've simplified it by being able to host. It kind of allows me to be in a little bit of control of the menu, which it makes me feel happier. That because I want to put as close to real foods and whole foods in my body, so I have some control over the menu. But at the same time, it's also simplified because I ask for help and I ask for people, can you please bring a dish?
Yeah.
And I know I let go of control over things that I'm not cooking, but I appreciate the support of family because I don't try and do it all.
Right.
I have control over, the home situation, like the space. And now that we have Lucille, I feel even more appreciative that we are hosting because I know that she feels comfortable here. She can roam around. We don't have to keep an eye on her as as much as we would if we were to go in someone else's home who may not be as child friendly.
Right.
So just having that chaos kind of tamed, knowing that we're going to be at home, Lucille can be her free range turkey self on Thanksgiving, and I'm able to kind of help participate in cooking, which I love cooking, but I don't want to cook everything.
But you're not doing the whole menu either. And that's one of the things is, if you are hosting Thanksgiving, I know there's some people who feel like they have to provide everything, but you don't. It's just simply asking, if everybody can bring a dish, and to, you kind of have to plan ahead. It's not something that you can throw together at the last minute and say, the day before, hey, can you bring this, but when the 1st of November comes around, that first break of cold after Halloween and everything like that, and it's like, oh my goodness, 4 weeks left until Thanksgiving. So we need to kind of get on that menu. So, reach out to your family and whomever else you're inviting to Thanksgiving in advance, and just ask them kindly, if they can bring a dish, or they can bring alcohol, they can bring dessert, whatever it is that you want to do, make it easy for you. You're opening your home to your family, and you don't have to feel obligated to do everything.
And people want to help. I think sometimes we are afraid to ask because we're like, they're not going to want to do that. But really, people want to serve other people. Like, it's great to give back. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, like,
and I think
it's
that
something
makes the
that they
meal
want
so
to
much
do.
more enjoyable too. Is that everybody contributed to it, and you're getting to taste, everybody's different styles and everything like that. And I mean, it's just, I think that's what makes it really great is that everybody contributes, and then, it's just one of those things where we're all together. We all did this together. We brought it together. I love the tradition that we've had with your mom, with the turkey, and, her coming over on Thanksgiving Eve, and she likes to pop the turkey in like 8 or 9, or is it 10 o'clock at night, something along the lines, and she sleeps down on the couch and monitors the turkey. It's fantastic.
It's so nostalgic to me because that's what my grandmother did. She would put the turkey in the night before, and she would sleep on the couch and watch the turkey overnight. And my mom does the same thing that my grandmother did, and I'm probably going to keep doing the same thing just because that's one really cool tradition that I enjoy, and the turkey turns out amazing. So it must be doing something right.
So absolutely.
I don't want to change that about it. And it's fun. It's like a very cool bonding experience with my mom, because my mom gets excited about planning the menu, like who's going to bring what and what can I do. And it's a fun like bonding experience just with her that brings us closer, just planning it together. Another thing I think that's kind of helped Simplified is that, we usually keep it pretty intimate. We have close family. We don't invite a ton of people, because I can see how, I know some people have, at least I've heard stories of one of my friends that they have like 20 people for Thanksgiving. And it's like that amount of people, to me, I'm like, I cringe. I'm like, that's a lot of people to feed, and that's a lot of things going on. And to me, it's, I don't know, less is more when it comes to people in our home. And our home isn't like the biggest space to host, but I mean, it's big enough. Yeah. So I like that we keep the numbers like
manageable.
Yes, manageable. It's where like I'm not feeling, claustrophobic in my home, and there's space to move and talk and have good conversations and
watch football.
Well, I don't watch football.
I know you don't.
But
it's on the TV, but there's no volume.
Yeah, so I like just that we keep the numbers small, and I think we kind of hinted or foreshadowed that we do separate our Thanksgiving, like we spread it out. So it's not like we do all of the celebrating just on the specific day of Thanksgiving. We make it a point to go visit your family in Delaware maybe a couple days before or after Thanksgiving. That way we have time with them. Although I'm not sure if we're going to do it this year, if they're just going to come to us.
They're just going to come to us this year because we have a little trip planned.
It's true.
Yeah.
So that's another thing I think that's made Thanksgiving a little bit happier for us, is that we kind of plan a post-Thanksgiving trip. In the past, it's been going to a small town in Pennsylvania, but
Jim
now...
Thorpe, a.k.a. Malt Chunk.
But now we're planning to go to Charleston, and it's just parents only. And
parents only. The longest time we'll be away from Lucille, too.
It makes Thanksgiving even more exciting, because not only we're going to be feasting with family, but we have a fun little getaway right after Thanksgiving. And I like how it just makes it something exciting to think about. And, to look forward to.
So I kind of want to change the top, well, not the topic a little bit, but change tracks a little bit, because this is something that my family did a long, long time ago. And this is for those people who just, with Thanksgiving is just too chaotic, or just, the idea of cooking meals just is really tough, or, stresses you out. A lot of great restaurants are still open on Thanksgiving. We used to go, I forget if it was some hotel that would serve Thanksgiving, and we did it like 2 or 3 years in a row with our family. And I'm sure, at that time I was still young, so I wasn't really cooking or anything like that, but I'm sure it took a lot of the stress off of the parents and the folks who cooked during that time. And recently I was talking with my the guy who cuts my hair. I don't want to call him my stylist. That sounds...
Your barber?
My barber. But he's not well, I don't know. Either way, he did something with his family last year, and he went to Turf Valley, which is this golf course around our area. And he said it was the best Thanksgiving he's ever had with his family. No one was stressed out about cooking. They were relaxed and everything like that. So there are some alternatives. There's nothing saying that you have to host Thanksgiving in your house, or you have to go to somebody's house, or you even have to cook. You can always find a place that'll do that for you, and that might be your tradition. That might be the best way for your family or your friends or whomever to kind of get together and be thankful for each other and one another. And yeah.
And I can see that being a huge benefit to the people who normally may cook, because I know a lot of your time is consumed by watching the food, prepping the food, cleaning up after the food, cleaning up after guests.
The cleanup is the worst.
It is. But I feel grateful that we have a lot of support. I'm not doing it by myself.
And we have a dishwasher that helps out too.
We all chip in and kind of do it together. But that's the cool thing. I know we talked about this in a previous episode. I don't think that we have a tight grip on traditions. We kind of are open and flexible that if we want to change it next year, we do. One year we went to Savannah and we ate out for Thanksgiving. So I'm totally open if I'm feeling a certain way. You know what? I can't handle cooking. I can't handle hosting. It's just not for me for this time.
Yeah.
I am totally open to trying something new, because it seems like that would be a really fun experience, a totally different experience. Yeah. But yeah, that's actually a really cool alternative.
So another thing that I wanted to bring up is, okay, let's say you're not close to your family and you have to fly to go visit your family for Thanksgiving. We've kind of discovered that there are some optimal days to fly around Thanksgiving. So, like we mentioned earlier, we're getting ready to go to Charleston after Thanksgiving. And what we found is we were thinking about going to Charleston during Thanksgiving, and we were looking at the flights and kind of seeing, what would be the most cost effective for us, because obviously prices tend to go up around Thanksgiving because it's the most traveled holiday in the year in the U.S. So we were like, okay, well, we really want to go to Charleston. We don't want to drive. We really want to fly. Let's see if we can get tickets at least at a decent cost. Well, what we found out is flying out on that Friday and then flying home... flying out on Black Friday and then coming home on Monday is actually pretty cheap. So what I'm trying to say is that if you want to celebrate Thanksgiving with your family and you're far away from them and you want to make a flight and get a cheap flight, celebrate Thanksgiving on that Saturday and fly out on Friday and go home on Monday. Because the ticket prices, let me tell you, the ticket prices on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, and the ticket prices on Sunday coming back and, going home are insane. They're absolutely insane. And even ticket prices on Thanksgiving Day are pretty ridiculous. So we found that life hack. Day after Thanksgiving, Monday after Thanksgiving, your optimal days to travel if you need to go visit your family and you live far away from them.
Yeah, and P.S., we don't shop on Black Friday.
No. I haven't done that.
We don't do it.
I don't remember the last time I shopped on Black Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's because we're all about experiences. And if you want to hear more about that, check out episode 2.
That's an oldie.
Gifts. Man, that was
gift giving. Yeah,
we're probably a little rough in that one too. It's probably like,
or that's our beginning episodes. Yeah. I don't know. Lucille was probably crying in the background too.
She was probably on your nip. But yeah, So yeah, there's your life hack for travel around Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Another thing I had is that I really don't go overboard with decorations. I know that can be stressful in itself, like trying to get your house ready and look a certain way, but we keep it pretty simple. I'm not really big into...
Yeah, we're plain Janes.
Yeah, I mean, the silverware we use is what we use all the time. The plates we use are what we use all the time. I just get out the bigger ones.
And I'll tell you what, if you really want to make it easy, just go with the paper products, but be sure to recycle.
Yeah, I mean, we could do paper if we wanted to.
If you want to make it easy and you don't like doing dishes or anything like that, just get out that cutlery. Get out the paper plates.
Can't use no more plastic. Real silverware, hun. We gotta help the environment a little bit. But yeah,
they have cutlery that is environmentally friendly now.
But silverware is not that big of a deal. You put it in the dishwasher.
I'm just saying.
I know.
I'm just saying, Julie.
Yeah. But no, I don't go overboard with doing a lot of things for Thanksgiving. I know some people really get into that, and that's really exciting to them.
That's your thing. By all means, decorate away.
It's really not for me. I think I maybe put up a little banner that says give thanks or something that we have laying around the house.
You do something on the chalkboard. Yeah,
or I reuse something and just write a nice quote, and then I just put a nice tablecloth on there, and we set the table, and
pretty soon we'll just be using Lucille's artwork for Thanksgiving. She'll trace her hand and make a little turkey out of it, and
exactly
that'll be the decorations around the house.
Yeah, I feel like
can't wait for that.
We don't spend a lot of money, so we don't stress about what it's going to cost to have Thanksgiving. We don't spend money on buying.
We spend money on food and
good food.
Yeah.
Like a good quality
free range turkey.
And
gobble gobble.
Last year was our first year doing a free range turkey, and
my
mom
was so good. You can taste the difference, folks.
My mom was very skeptical. It took a little bit more time to prep and brine and do all that fun stuff, but oh my God.
Are we doing that this year?
The juices that flowed out of that turkey to make that gravy, I wanted to bathe in it.
Yeah.
Oh, so my mom
been like Kramer.
My mom said that if we do it, she said, I want you to take the lead with it. And I'm glad that she said that, because I need to be forced to take the lead. Because she said she would do the oven watching and all that stuff, but she wanted me
you need to brine it,
prepare the bird, which I've never done by myself. So I'm pretty excited for some discomfort.
All right.
And some new experience, because that is definitely something I value, is growth. And I'm definitely going to be growing in this experience because I've never done it independently.
So speaking of free range birds, this is kind of, it's on the topic, but it's kind of a funny story from the past. So we always used to, my mom and our family, we always used to get a free range bird. And there's this place in Maple Lawn, Maryland, and they have a free range turkey farm. Well, that was on my way to work. So I would pass this free range turkey farm every day. And so, always at the beginning of the year, the new turkeys were out there in the free range. And it was seriously, you knew it was free range because every time I passed it, they were out there. So I was like, okay, I know we're getting an actual free range turkey. But it was just funny passing that place every day, and it was just like, one of you will be ours.
Oh, you will be mine.
We will enjoy you. Just a funny story.
So one more thing I had on my list, and you can feel free to add more.
We're going to wrap it up with this one more thing, and then we're going to get into our fun stuff.
Just always tying back to our values. I really think that we truly make our holidays align with our values. So when it comes to our health, I have to find a way to incorporate some kind of outdoor activity. I'm either moving my body and taking a walk, or, I may go to the park, but I am doing something to get me outside, because I know some people can watch football all day. That would make me go crazy. So I make it a point that I'm leaving the house and just getting some fresh air, because that's what makes me feel good.
Well, and that's also what helps you eat leftovers. Getting outside and walking off that first round of goodness. Well, that's a funny thing too. When we were younger, we were watching football, but after we had Thanksgiving dinner, we were outside playing football or throwing the football, and the neighborhood kids would actually get together, and we would, we knew we all had Thanksgiving dinner around the same time, or some would have, we do it early in the afternoon now. We're a 12 o'clock Thanksgiving dinner kind of thing now. My family grew up having Thanksgiving around 4:30 or whatever. But all the neighborhood kids would get together afterwards, and, we would go out and throw the football around, or even play a game or something like that.
And I guess I didn't even think about that. That makes us a lot healthier. And I kind of simplifies it for us that I've always eaten Thanksgiving really early, just growing up as a kid, and I like keeping that tradition because I find that there's a lot less stress when everyone's able to travel earlier in the day, when it's still sunny.
Yeah.
People are a lot happier and they get together, and that way they can leave before dark. And that way, you know, if we do want to go outside as a family and do a walk or play a game or just do something fun with Lucille, we have the daylight to do it versus having it late at night when I usually tend to go to bed pretty early. So I really enjoy celebrating Thanksgiving early. That way people can go home at a reasonable hour and get some sleep. And
I had never celebrated Thanksgiving early until I started dating you. Like,
how do you feel about it?
I'm 100% on board with it. Like, I like a noon Thanksgiving. Like, and I think we were even doing it at like 11 when we first started dating. Maybe like 11 a.m., which was fine with me. Like, the earlier the better. Like, let's just stuff our faces and then get outside and stuff our faces again with dinner. Like, you get 2 Thanksgiving that day.
It's true. We'd have like a light breakfast. My grandmother would always... We'd have coffee and we'd dip bread with butter in our coffee when we were little kids.
I've never done that before.
Oh my God.
I still don't know that I can do it. I've never done it. Like, I saw you guys do it.
It's a nostalgic thing. And you get a lot of breadcrumbs in your coffee at the bottom, but you still want to drink it because there's butter. I was that kid growing up who did
not like dipping cookies in milk. Because I like to drink the milk, but I had something against the crumbs in the milk. Like, I don't know. Call me weird, but
everyone
it just wasn't my thing.
Yeah, it's cool, baby. But yeah, just giving back to our values. Like, we value family, and we're definitely surrounded by close family, connecting. You know, it's not a day where I'm like doing a lot of things on my phone. I'm not Instagramming a whole bunch. I really try to make a point to just connect because I know it's a rarity sometimes that we're all at the same place at the same time, all of our families, and it's a very special thing. And we value experiences, and honestly, Thanksgiving is an experience in itself. It doesn't have to be a fancy trip. It's just having us all together and feasting and just talking. And I have to say, Thanksgiving with a toddler should be an adventure in itself.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I know.
I can wait because I'm enjoying this moment, particularly this moment in Lucille's life, because the light bulb is just going off with her, and every day has just been crazy awesome.
Yes.
So I can wait, but I can't wait. Like, I want to see her like interacting and stuff like that, but I'm slow to watch her grow up.
Good.
Yes.
Be slow.
Be slow.
And our last value, the one that I added to our values last episode, is growth. And I'm excited to venture into turkey brining by myself and try some new recipes.
If you'd like, you just gotta ask.
Really?
No, I'm not helping you out.
Really?
I'm kidding. No, I will help you out.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Of course, I'll help you out.
The adventure's a little bit more fun when you have a partner to do it with.
That's true. And I'll learn something new too.
You will.
Yeah. So what's your resources today, Jilly?
So my resource today is actually...
Jilly's resources.
It's a blog post from my blog, The Clean and Simple Life.
Self-promotion.
Self-promo. It's an oldie buddy goodie, and it's just 4 deliciously clean Thanksgiving recipes. So if you're out there and you want to find something new to try and you're looking for something healthier and you don't want to go through the decision fatigue of trying to find something for Thanksgiving, I have 4 simple recipes that I've made in the past, and I'll probably try to incorporate one this year. One of them is my...
5 simple recipes.
4. 5. Why 5?
I'm kidding.
One of them is my bacon honey Dijon Brussels sprouts.
Oh, them shits are good.
If someone doesn't like Brussels sprouts, I swear these are a game changer.
Yeah, these will convert you to the Brussels sprout.
I've had many people tell me I've never liked Brussels sprouts until I tried that recipe, and I'm pretty sure it's just because of the bacon and honey Dijon that you mix it in.
It's silly. Good.
The other recipe is roasted ricotta mashed cauliflower.
Yep.
It's like a healthy alternative or something different if someone doesn't want to have potatoes. It's so creamy and delicious, and I bet nobody will know that it's cauliflower unless you tell them. Another recipe is my maple chicken sausage stuffing.
God damn. So good.
I made this for Friendsgiving, and it's just a nice twist to kind of add meat to the bread mixture, and it's phenomenal. And my last recipe is a maple pumpkin bread, and you can add chocolate chips, and this is like a super easy way if you've got some canned pumpkin on hand, which we normally buy a lot of canned pumpkin. It's just, and pumpkin's really healthy, so it's like a really easy dessert that you can have for breakfast, or you can have for lunch, or you can even have as a dessert. And again, I'm all about keeping it simple. So these are simple and they are healthy. And hopefully that can help.
They're delicious.
They are taste tested approved.
Yeah, they're Nick approved.
I don't put it on my blog unless my family likes it.
Yeah.
So
no, they're thumbs up.
So I'll put the link to that in the show notes in case anyone needs a little diversity in their
what in the hell
menu.
Is diversity?
A wooden ship?
Yes. Good job. All right. So, Jilly.
Yes.
Take action. Simplify that shit.
Is that before the quote of the day?
Yeah.
Do
always.
We? Okay. Man, I'm like, is that the way we do it? Brain fog. All right. Take action today is when you start to feel, if you're feeling overwhelmed with the holidays, especially Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving time.
Just go back to the basics and just think, what's this day all about? And then just simplify to make sure that's what you're keeping it all about.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, Jilly, without further ado,
yes.
Get into that quote of the day.
The quote of the day is brought to you by the fortune cookie.
Oh, yeah.
My sister ate tonight.
Tonight's fortune cookie.
We have takeout Fridays, and it was Chinese.
We had Chinese from the place that we get sushi.
I had pad Thai food, so it was like,
well, yeah.
I had pad Thai.
Well, it's a Szechuan place, so they do everything.
But my sister opened up this fortune cookie, and she read the fortune aloud, and I don't know if you're supposed to do that. I think you're supposed to not, in order for it to come true. I've heard that. I don't know.
And now it's not going to come true to any of these people.
But anyway, she read it out loud, and I was like, that is so aligned with what we're going to talk about, and I really want to share that. So I don't know who quoted it, except for it came out of the fortune cookie.
Let's just say Confucius.
Okay.
God, that's probably racist.
I don't know, but I'm just going to read it. All right, here we go. At the end of each day, think, what has the day brought me, and what have I given it?
I like it. It's definitely Confucius. I'm kidding, it's not.
So yeah, just, feast more on gratitude. Well, feast on gratitude with your food. And I like the idea of just thinking about what the day's brought you and then how you've given to the day. Because I think it's a give and take relationship.
Absolutely. Good stuff, Jilly. I thought this was a dynamite episode. Good stuff. Anyways, folks, we want to thank you all for listening. If you like this episode, please take a screenshot of it, post it on social media, or if you really liked it, go head on over and give us a review. A 5-star review really helps us reach some more folks so that we can spread our ideas of being more intentional. So thank you again for listening. We love you guys, and we'll see you again next week.
See you later, guys.
We want to thank everybody for listening today. Please be sure to subscribe and sign up to receive notifications so you know when the next episode is live. If you like today's episode and know someone who could benefit from the topic we covered, please share it with them. And if you have any suggestions for us or want to chime in on today's topic, you can email us at simplifiedchaospodcast@gmail.com, and that's chaos with a K, or send us a comment on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Thanks again for listening, and we will see